You're watching 7 Action News.
This has been a long time coming. A closing ceremony in Iraq. The U.S. mission there is finally over. Why there are still concerns, though, about that nation's security. The last of 4,000 troops began pulling out, and they're going to be heading home pretty soon.
Yeah, that's good news. Others will stay to guard the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. U.S. forces held a low-key, business-like closing ceremony in a fortified compound at Baghdad Airport. The war that began nearly 9 years ago was responsible for killing more than 4,500 Americans and more than 100,000 Iraqis. The U.S. Defense Secretary told troops that America's great sacrifices helped Iraqi people begin a new chapter in history.
But those lives have not been lost in vain. They gave birth to an independent, free, and sovereign Iraq.
But the war left the nation in ruins, and there is still a question of whether sectarian violence will return. In Fallujah, thousands of Sunni people rallied against the U.S. and also the Iraqi government, which is run mainly by Shiites. A veteran of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan is thrilled the troops are coming home.
7 Action News reporter Michael Rosenfield went to Sterling Heights, where the veteran shared his thoughts.
Chris Radich knows what it's like to serve in Iraq and to get the call that you're coming back home.
I'm excited that they actually get to come home finally. A lot of people, a lot of wives, husbands. I mean, there's a lot of people out there missing other people that are far away. Talking on cell phones over there, talking on internet. I mean, it's complicated. It's not the same as being able to have human contact with your loved ones.
Radich served as a specialist in the Army, a cavalry scout trained in weapons and vehicles, fighting for our country in combat.
I don't like bees anymore because, I mean, when you hear a hiss by the side of your head, I mean, it sounds like a bullet, to be honest with you. Besides that, it's fun time. It's fun time. It's adrenaline rush. I mean, everyone who's been over there, it's not just about the adrenaline. It's not about that fact, but it's about the fact that you're helping somebody else. The fact that they didn't have chances to help themselves.
The 27-year-old from Oxford, who's a general manager at an auto parts business in Sterling Heights, spent a year in Iraq, and as the few thousand troops still there are about to come home, the countdown is on.
You're excited. You know that you have 7 days, you have 24 days, you have however many days left. I mean, you start counting, the minute that you're over there, you're counting backwards from 365 down to 0.
Radich comes from a military family and says he learned about leadership, respect, and duty while serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. And while he saw friends give their life, he feels lucky not only to have survived, but to have had the experience.
When I was over there, it was hot. I remember it being hot all the time. I mean, it would get up to 130, 135 degrees. Rolling around in full armor. I mean, when you're talking with the locals were very, very, very interesting people. They were worth being over there for. I mean, they definitely needed us over there. Some say they still need us over there, but I'm glad that they're making the right step to go the right direction.
In Sterling Heights, Michael Rosenfield, 7 Action News.